tour of Cambridge. First visit.
Lady Margaret Johns College, on our right, on the site of a 13th century hospital, and the foundations of the original chapel can be seen through the railing coming up shortly on your right. As we pass the college gateway, you can see the motto of Lady Margaret, Souvent mais souviens, remember me often. The main gateway to the college was built in 1516, and you can see a statue of St. John on the right above the gateway. We are now approaching our stop for St. John's College and Trinity College. Is where degrees were given out before the Senate House was built. In 1793, Dr. Joseph Jowett of Trinity Hall composed the bell chimes of this church. These chimes are now familiar as the Westminster chimes that are rung out by Big Ben in London. And it was returned 288 years later. Unfortunately, the fine still remains unpaid. It is the oldest college chapel here in Cambridge. Next to it, the newer buildings house a library built to mark the 500th anniversary of the college in 1996. Prince Edward, the youngest son of the Queen, was a student here. This is our stop for Jesus College, Bath, York, Edinburgh and Glasgow. If you're travelling abroad, this shows a cricketer standing at the wicket. The gentleman depicted is the Cambridge cricketer Jack Hobbs, who later played for Surrey and England. Jack Hobbs, who died in 1963, is considered by many to be England's greatest batsman. He scored 3,635 runs, including 12 centuries in Test matches against Australia. The area of Park in December 1863, the Cambridge rules were adopted as the worldwide standard. This is our stop for Parker's Piece at Anglia Ruskin University, the University Arms Hotel. This was originally built in 1833 as a coaching inn. The comedian John Cleese worked in the hotel bar here during his time studying at Cambridge. Parker's Piece also gained fame as being Cambridge's first airport. The first plane to visit Cambridge landed here in 1911.
The turrets on the University Arms are not green, they are Cambridge light blue.
Your tour of Cambridge will last for approximately an hour and a quarter if you remember was the consort of Queen Victoria and Chancellor of the University at the time they were built. The Norman Convent of the University is officially open to the public. The garden was established in 1846 and is considered to be one of the most important. If you look to your right, you will see a small river running alongside the road. This museum is owned by the university and has been described as one of the greatest art collections of the nation and a monument of the first importance. Wherever. After we pass the museum, the college coming up on the left behind the iron railings is Peterhouse, founded in 1284. This is the oldest college in Cambridge and also one of the smallest. Famous alumni from Peter Wright, you'll see Pembroke College, founded in 1347. The college chapel with the cupola on top was designed by Sir Christopher Wren and was his first completed commission. Sir Christopher was a professor of astronomy at Oxford. Perhaps his most famous work is St Paul's Cathedral in London. A former student here was Britain's youngest ever Prime Minister, William Pitt the Younger, who took office at the age of 24. On the corner to the right is the Church of St Botolph. He is one of the patron saints of travellers, and his churches are traditionally located near to town entrance gates. On the corner of the tower you can see two sundials engraved into the stonework. Coming up on the right is Queen's College, founded by two queens, Margaret of Anjou, wife of King Henry VI, and Elizabeth Woodville, wife of King Edward IV. Queen's College hand side as we cross the river. The mathematical bridge is built with straight pieces of timber and was constructed in 1749. Legend has it that originally the bridge was built on mathematical principles, without bolts or nails, until one night several hundred years ago, a group of students decided to dismantle the bridge and were then unable to rebuild it. We are approaching our stop in Silver Street, which is ideal for those of you who might like to take a leisurely punt. The foundation stone of the chapel was laid in 1446. The chapel has the largest stone fan-vaulted ceiling in the world. Behind the altar is Rubens' masterpiece, The Adoration of the Magi. Behind the altar is Rubens' masterpiece. Facing the roundabout is of a burning bush, and the Latin inscription beneath it translates as, "And yet it was not consumed," the motto of Scottish Presbyterianism. Science, mathematics, or engineering. The thriving Archives Centre at the college has recently obtained various papers and memoirs belonging to Lady Margaret Thatcher, and the team which split the nucleus of the atom. When research is carried out into the extraction of oil and gas from deep below, the same material used on the Millennium Dome in London, and is designed to lift off, just in case a controlled experiment goes wrong and causes an explosion. To military cemetery in the British Isles. This building's doors hold bronze medals depicting various types of military equipment and naval vessels used during World War II by United States forces. The Wall of System works in Cambridge. Very important. Examination day at 12 o'clock, the college choir climbed to the top of the tower and sing hymns to the congregation. College, and in 1981 added a further £1 million when Her Majesty the Queen attended the official opening. The college is a very popular conference venue as it was built at a hospital in Cambridge called the Rosie, which was named after his mother. Cambridge University Library is one of only 5 copyright libraries in the country. He rode in the first university boat race against Oxford in 1829, which Cambridge lost. He later went on to become the first Bishop of New Zealand. The youngest, William Pitt the Younger, and the only one to be assassinated, Spencer Perceval, who was shot in the House of Commons in 1812. 9 archbishops of Erasmus's opinions of Cambridge were not always philosophical, as he found that the townspeople had malice joined with their clownishness, and that the food is one of the best geological museums in the country. Exhibitions of fossil records take visitors on a trip through time, from the earliest life on the planet to the origins of modern life. There are also galleries devoted to the history of planet Earth and the diversity of the mineral kingdom. The Darwin collection displays specimens collected by Charles Darwin during his voyage aboard the surveying ship HMS Beagle between 1831 and 1836. The museum is named after Adam Sedgwick, the man who taught Darwin about geology just before he made his voyage on the Beagle. 6 monarchs, including Henry VIII, and was married 4 times. The winner of the race was awarded a green race against Oxford was held on the River Thames at Henley in 1829. Sadly, Oxford won that one. You can often see the college boat clubs practicing on the river, although you will have to get up early in the morning to see them. Far out of the river, you may catch a glimpse of Jesus Green swimming pool, Cambridge's largest pool, and one of the few remaining examples of the open-air swimming pools which were built across the country in the 1920s and 30s. Upstream from motorised vessels. This stretch of the river is often used for mooring brightly painted houseboats, an affordable and picturesque way to live in the expensive centre of Cambridge. Coming up on the right is the Church of St Giles. In the churchyard is the grave of A.C. River Bridge. You will see the Pepys Library behind the beautifully maintained garden.
Please don't look to your left because it's actually on your right. It's that very ornate tower and it's the wedding cake.
seen through the railing coming up shortly on your right. As we pass the college gateway, you can see the motto of Lake Margaret, Souvent mais souviens, remember me often. The main gateway to the college was built in 1516, and you can see a statue of St. John on the right above the gateway. We are now approaching our stop for St. John's College and Trinity College.
Thanks to these gentlemen for a wonderful tour. Take care.